Hey everyone, Serien here. Welcome back to the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. In our last episode, we joined a secret tour around different paranormal spots in the city, one of which involved a man who was murdered in a local park. People started to suspect an occult researcher of being behind the crime, but he ended his own life in the middle of the investigation. People started seeing ghost sightings in this very same park, including a lady who was also invited to the tour. It also turns out that another guest is related to the late researcher, so we already have two people who have some kind of connection to this incident. Anyway, we gotta find where the piece of paper that said Divine Judgment on it. And I'm pretty sure the paper was where the body was, wasn't it? Huh? This shadow looks like it's touching the photo. Is it setting something up? Might be the tour organizer's shadow. Maybe. White lines on the concrete road are showing what seems to be a human outline. So the Tenchu incident happened here. Did someone draw this for the tour? Yeah, obviously. They're not gonna have a chalk outline for for months. Just leave it there for fun. Angel statue? A statue of a child angel, but with graffiti on it. Jeez. The statue is titled To the Great Beyond. Is this telescope for observing the great beyond? Angel? Why does that ring a bell? Angel? Tenshi? A photo of Kengo Nomura, victim of the Ueno Tenchu incident. They have flowers too. Would a photo of the victim of a 7-year-old murder still be around? I wonder who put this here. For the tour, perhaps? Maybe the lady who saw the ghost in her photo. Maybe it was actually just a photo instead of a ghost? Is there anything over here? What is that? This place sure is creepy. That's it. Jasmine? Hey, the mood in this group keeps getting worse. I know. Like, they all have thoughts on the Ueno Tenchu incident. Might want to check with them about that too. Alright. About the riddle? Wait, I forgot the riddle. Jasmine, any idea how to solve the riddle? We did guess right about the Ueno Tenchu incident, but didn't see any posts talking about the Tenchu paper itself. Gas Mask's a journalist, so he might have an idea. Alright, what do you think? What's your impression of this tour so far? As a mystery tour, it's been pretty regular so far. Doesn't feel like we're heading to the Netherworld. But I think something's changed after we got here. The participants are one thing, but something about this place also feels off. I agree. What do you think is going on? Prioritize finding the map to the next spot. But also try to get a feel for what's going on with these guys. Alright. Maybe everyone is connected somehow. I don't know about the host, though. He seems a bit clueless. Mr. Gas Mask, could I talk to you for a bit? I guess. Since you're a journalist, perhaps you know something? About what? Back when the incident happened, did you do any research on it? Would you happen to know where the Tenchu paper was found, for example? Yeah, well, The person who first discovered Kengo Nomura lying here. I heard they passed by while jogging. They called an ambulance, and after Nomura was carried off, they noticed the Tenchu paper. They found it after the victim was carried off? But wouldn't you notice a paper like that right away? I should probably check the area first. That is weird. So the Tenchu incident hasn't been solved yet? What are your thoughts on it, Mr. Gasmask? My thoughts, eh? Well, if you mean my personal view. Tsutomu Kisaragi, the occult expert, some say he's innocent, but personally I think he's a strong suspect. And why is that? Well, obviously, must be a reason for that much controversy. The victim, Kengo Nomura, was on the staff at the Ono Ancient History Museum. There's talk that Kisaragi, an occult researcher, and Nomura are clashing about ancient history matters. Just like the facts? Clashing about ancient history? I mean, I guess an occult researcher would have more thoughts on, like, supernatural events in history. Creepy occult type and academic historian, oil and water much? Dr. Kisaragi was an occult researcher, but I thought he was a uni professor too. But is that story even true? You might want to ask Matsuda-san. Yeah, he's related. Don't mention I said this, but he works at the Ueno Ancient History Museum. Which means he's a colleague of the victim, that Nomura guy. Huh. So shocked. But, I mean, that is weird. Oh, I forgot about his dead fish eyes. Fujiwara-san, were you able to solve the puzzle? No, not quite yet. Any progress on solving the puzzle? Well, I do happen to have a certain degree of confidence in my ability to solve riddles and puzzles. I'd say I'm actually quite good at them. But this particular puzzle is outside my area of expertise, so I prefer to leave it all to you. All. Leave it to you all. Yes. Yes, of course. Do you know anything about the Tenchu incident? To be honest, the Tenchu incident is the worst case of false accusation since the war. It imposed a wholly unwarranted stigma on Dr. Kisaragi's name, yes. Since the war? That bad? Do you happen to like Tsutomu Kisaragi? Well, it's not really about liking or disliking him. For people like us, Dr. Kisaragi is viewed as a living deity. I could say without any reservation, yes indeed. For those of us with similar interests, that you might call the otaku. Wait, I forgot. This guy's not related? It just looks up to him? That book was a shining light of a gift. Wow. In conclusion, Dr. Kisaragi, author of such a book, the likelihood of him becoming a criminal would be beyond the realm of possibility. And yet the general public, they lack the social literacy to discern. So as his book also mentioned, a stigma is hard to shed once in place. Thank you for sharing that. Alright. Lots of hot wind. In Brevi, Tsutomu Kisaragi was falsely accused. The fact that its truth is kept from widespread acceptance suggests a conspiracy by some powerful entity. Okay. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get much from this guy. I should compile notes on Nomura-san as well. He's the victim of the Ueno Tenchu incident, which attracted a lot of attention back then. The piece of paper found on the ground near Nomura-san's body, which word was written on it? Tenchu, Wrath of the Heavens. Bite and chew, Gluttony of the Heavens, and one chew, Lust of the Heavens. That's good. whoever translated that. Yes, Tenchu, divine wrath that strikes down the evil of the heart. Which the incident itself was named after. But why did the murderer leave this paper behind? Nomura-san didn't seem so evil that he deserved such a fate. Maybe the researcher thought it was divine judgment for, I don't know, questioning his own worldview. That seems kind of unlikely. Matsuda-san, may I have a word? Oh, he's Nomura's colleague as well. Okay, so pretty much everyone has a connection in this. I heard that you are a colleague of the victim, Nomura-san? Yeah, sure I was, but this Nomura guy? Didn't know him too well. And you, playing amateur detective or what? No, that's not it. Then do me a favor and cut the detective crap. Gets on my nerves. Yes. Okay. About the Tenchu incident... No idea. Oh. About the puzzle. Don't care. Find that envelope so we can move on. I see. Rude. About that strange paper in your envelope earlier. Ah, yeah. Wanna see it? This is just a drawing of a snake. Oh, the same one on the statue. Huh? Who knows? I guess it is. Anyways, it's really a bonus draw like he said. Do me a favor and check with the guide what he meant by that, would ya? Okay, sure. He has a point though. What does that snake even mean? Better not have drawn it on the statue. If the organizer put that paper in the envelope, could it be related to the Netherworld? Kimura-san, could I ask you something? You saw the photo in the frame, right? I knew I'd seen his ghosts. Does this mean I'll be taken away? Oops. I didn't mean to click out of that. I'm worried. Are you alright? You look kind of pale. That photo I showed you of the man's ghosts. Do you think he might be Nomura-san from the Tenchu incident? She's trembling. Must be really scared of the ghost. If she is, maybe I shouldn't say that I think so. They do look similar. Might just be a coincidence though? They say if you see the ghost's face, the dead man pulls you into the pond. Our guide just mentioned a similar story too. I think he made up that story about Nomura-san's ghost just to spice up the tour. Really? Now let me go check with our guide just to be sure. Then you won't have to worry. And if it's true, you're gonna be real worried. Alright. Excuse me, sir. Reminder on the quiz. Where was the Tenchu paper discovered? Alright. About the ongoing quiz. Oh, would you like a hint? I would if I could, but to be honest, the organizer only gave me the quiz text itself, so I don't actually know the answer, let alone the envelope's info on where to go next, or info on the Tenchu incident. What? I have no idea where we're going. What are we gonna do if nobody knows the answer? Oh, whoops. Not good. Guess it's up to everyone to solve the riddle then. Alright. Do you know about the Tenchu incident? I hate to admit, but 7 years ago, I was away in Spain studying flamenco. I hate to admit, but 7 years ago, I was away in Spain studying flamenco dancing. Flamenco? In Spain? I guess that's where you would study it. I was there for a couple of years, hoping to go pro. I chose to move to Morocco for a 3-year stint at a sushi place. Sushi? In Morocco? I got back to Japan 2 years ago, so I have no idea about events prior to that. I see. What you told us earlier about the ghost of Kengo Nomura. About the people who encounter him being taken to unknown places. Oh, yes. It was written in the materials I was told to read at this location. I tried my best to make it sound creepy. Hope you liked that. Is that story really true? I don't know, he's flamenco dancing. If the ghost actually exists, you mean? I can't really say either way, being just a hired guide. Oh, I see, of course. But it's probably better if I tell Kimura-san that the ghost isn't real. About the paper Matsuda-san found in his envelope. About that. He made it up. That was kind of, like... What was that about? It didn't seem like something you prepared for show or as a surprise. It would be nice of you not to tell the other participants, but I wasn't told there'd be something like that inside. But I did improvise quite well, yes. I'll just message a report to the organizer. So please let Matsuda-san know that he is indeed the winner. Please? Okay, so you don't know what that means either. I wonder if the drawing is supposed to mean something. I should ask someone well versed in occult matters. Like this otaku? About the paper found in Matsuda-san's envelope, there was a strange snake drawing on it. Do you know what it means? Could this possibly be? The serpent held by the Cretan healer priestess? No, that doesn't add up. Cretan healer please-toss? Oh, I know. This must be Suijin-sama, a water god. What? I don't really understand. In Brevi. Who says that? In other words, this serpent is not a random snake, but an icon related to the Suijin shrine. The water deity from the Suijin shrine. I see, thank you for the info. We should check on the other drawing that looks similar to this one. Human-headed water deity. What? Looking closely at this graffiti, it does look like a water deity drawing, like the one Matsuda-san got. Would Fujiwara-san know something? Okay. About the monument next to the victim's photo. Aha! Are you aware of the significance of that trumpet? A trumpet? I thought it was a telescope. It is said to resurrect the dead when blown. But there's a certain secret theory too. It's also said to be a sign calling out for the gates to be opened, yes. I totally thought it was a telescope. You know what, that makes sense, considering it's not on his eye. The drawing on the monument's pedestal, what do you think it means? This is just what I infer, but the angel's trumpet opens the gate. Drawn there is Suijin-sama, a water god. The gate that connects here and the beyond, the world we are in and the Netherworld, may be here. Could the serpent perhaps be enticing us there? Could it be? In Brevi. That would mean we are being invited into the Netherworld. The Netherworld? I have nothing conclusive, however. Alright, can we go there? Huh? Our guide mentioned he didn't know if the ghost rumors were true or not. We probably shouldn't tell her that as is, right? Anything wrong, Azami-chan? I asked the guide about the ghosts he mentioned. He merely brought that up to spice up the tour. Oh, really? Thank you, I feel a bit better hearing that. Yes, that's what I heard, so you can relax. As long as the ghost doesn't show up or anything. Oh, lady, you're gonna be dragged into the pond. Will you be okay now? Yes, thank you. I thought I could handle the occult and horror, but I think I felt really anxious there for a bit. I hear you. I'm scared of ghosts and monsters myself. I'm glad you're with us on this tour, Azami-chan. I think I'll be okay for the next spot as well. Thanks again. Would you have any idea where the Tenchu paper was found? If it was a piece of paper, you'd think it was on the ground near the scene, right? Not much of a hint, of course. Do you know anything about the Ueno Tenchu incident itself? The Ueno Tenchu incident? Let me think. Those terrible t-shirts, perhaps? T-shirts? Soon after the case attracted attention. Oh god. T-shirts printed with the Tenchu word went really popular. Don't you remember? It was quite the boom. T-shirts exploiting the incident. I wonder if this is related to the puzzle. Probably not, but still. I should keep this in mind. If I get horribly murdered and someone makes t-shirts about it and like eats a 10-course meal while talking about it on YouTube, I think I would haunt them forever. Alright. I don't think we have anything new with the glasses. Let's see. Oops. I feel like Fujiwara would know the most info on this. At least the occult part. I guess not. Gas mask? Oh, okay. He is a journalist, that makes sense. Mr. Gasmask, do you know about the Tenchu t-shirts? Yeah, those, sure. T-shirts based on the incident, pretty popular then. Could the puzzle be related in some way? Could be, don't know for sure. If you think it's a thing, might want to ask around. No. This guy? Did you buy a t-shirt? Grr, whatever. Matsuda-san, do you know about the Tenchu t-shirts? Those annoying teas with trash taste. I hear they were based on the incident. Yeah, writing Tenchu on shirts to copy the murder. Some also had mindless words like got me or owned. People loved it. I hate the way they printed those on the backs of the tees too. The word was printed on the backs? Yeah, of course. That's what the case was about. Okay. I don't know what significance that has. But we need one more clue. Something about the backs of the t-shirt. Oh, check behind the victim's photo. The tissue paper was pasted on the victim's back. Let's check behind the frame first. Nope, not here. What? If the tissue paper was found lying on the ground, it would have been around here. But I don't see any envelopes lying around. Should I look around with the glasses? Where could the hidden envelope be? I looked around everywhere suspicious, but haven't found it. Mrs. Ami, I actually envy you. Due to my power of vision, I am unable to enjoy this event. Your envy isn't really helping, Director. It's a similar deal to the pond from earlier. Try forming a hypothesis to narrow down what you might have missed. The puzzle for this location is... where was the tissue paper for the Ueno Tenchu incident found? According to Mr. Gas Mask, the paper was found after Nomura-san was carried off. If so, where would the envelope be hidden? Maybe it's buried in the ground under the scene of the murder. I mean, that ghost was clearly doing something with the ground. It doesn't feel right. Also thinking a lot about the t-shirts. Okay, they had the Tenchu word on the back, not the front. If they're trying to mimic where the Tenchu paper was back then... What? Oh my god. Maybe it's in the back of the victim's photo. Wait, maybe it's pasted on the back of the victim's photo. It's clearly behind the frame. Yes, that must be it. If Nomura-san's photo is supposed to represent him, I was completely off. Then maybe the envelope is pasted directly on the back of the photo itself and not on the photo frame. We should give that photo a proper check. This is kind of messed up, if you think about it. What if we open up the frame and check behind the photo itself? Why did you do that first? No, nothing here. Why not? I was positive it'd be here. Huh? What's this? Looks like something was pasted here. But what was pasted? Maybe the envelope was here at some point. Oh, I see. That shadow wasn't hiding the envelope behind the photo. It was shown taking the envelope. Someone must have figured out the answer before I got here. Who might that be? Okay, so it was underground. This is the only shadow that's acting strangely. If the shadow's the organizer, then that means they hid the envelope somewhere around the photo. But why would they do that? What? You've already taken the envelope, correct? Yeah, sorry, wasn't keeping a secret or anything. What is your problem? Professional force of habit. I tend to hold on to info I find. So you know why the envelope was behind the photo. The paper was on Nomura-san's back, so the hiding place reflects that. Correct? Hey, good guess. What was in the envelope, by the way? There were 2 envelopes. One was a map to the next location. The other was info on the Tenchu incident. I'll go ahead and hand this to the guide. Jeez. Esteemed participants, I hope you've all enjoyed this location. A round of applause for Mr. Yamada Gas Mask, who was first to find the envelope. Get to the point. What did it say about the Tenchu incident anyway? Oh, of course. Checking right now. I forgot to tell you, I have the Tenchu incident envelope here, on me. Oi! What's the big idea, eh? Seems fair to me. I'm the one who found the envelope before anyone else. It's a scoop. I'm not gonna just give it away. Is the tour okay with this? Well, Mr. Gasmask did find the envelope first. And he did hand me the map to the next location. The only meaning of this current location is that Dr. Kisaragi's false accusation spawned here. So the wise thing to do would be to simply head to the next one. Then let us take a 10-minute comfort break, then head to the next spot. Our next location is unknown to anyone, one of Ueno's occult secrets. Are you ready to head into the unknown? Kimura has seen Kengo Nomura's ghost. Matsuda was Nomura's colleague. And that snake drawn on the pedestal of the angel statue. We haven't seen anything related to the Netherworld so far. Don't let your guard down. No idea what could be coming. Is he on the phone? I traded numbers with Kimura-san. We're friends now. Jeez, we're on duty, you know? I feel like something LGBT is happening here. Anyway, let's check on occult spots in Ueno while we can. The request for this case was to find out who the organizer is and what their goal is. Might help us hone in on that if we pre-gather info on the next occult spot. Right, on it. Let's get started. I'll gather info on occult spots in Ueno. And grab any keywords related to the Netherworlds in Ueno. Okay, occult spots and weird Netherworlds. I haven't heard of anything, but maybe it wasn't on my radar. I'll need to look up some place names to get more info. Since Occult and Dark are doing an Ueno tour, does that mean there are a lot of occult spots in Ueno? Alright. Spirit spot makes me think some kind of cemetery or prison. Let's see. A dog at Saigo-san's statue and Hachiko from Shibuya. Okay, Ueno's demon portal. Edo Castle. Demon portal? A barrier? Jasmine, what's the High Priest Tenkai? Like a high-ranking monk, I think? That's nothing then. Shinobazu Pond. Was that the pond we were at? I'd rather look into power spots instead of spirit spots. What is the difference? Okay. Netherworld. I wonder what that is. A place that's hard to return from? Alright. Let's do both then. Who was it that said Ueno's connected to the Netherworld? Tsutomu Kisaragi? Apparently places with a lot of people passing through tend to connect more easily to other dimensions. Alright, like liminal spaces, I guess. Roads, crossroads, intersections, and so on. Before he died, he was supposedly planning to lead a project on Ueno in the Netherworld. A shame that incident happened during it. The dark Netherworld energy. Shinobazu Pond. Elevator on a multi-tenant building leading to the Netherworld. I've heard of something like that. The interdimensional elevator. Is that relevant? There are that many versions of it? Has anyone actually made it with that though? Something that incredible located in a place like that? If it was that easy, so many people would have gone to Netherworlds by now. Maybe we never heard from them ever again. Anything about the pond? Ooh. Okay, I guess the military facility actually is a thing. Underground. Alright. How about Ueno Underground? A secret World War II base. Why would it be secret nowadays? Wouldn't they turn into a museum or something? Tokyo has an underground passage called the Royal Underpass. I see, okay. Train tracks forming yin and yang, that's so impressive. That's just a theory. Okay. His book, this one is pretty important. A vital point about the iron barrier, what does that mean? Like a weak point? Alright. Ghost at an exit? Which one? What happens if you use the exit when it's there? If it appears when you go through the gate into the station, maybe you'll never leave the station again. Stations, okay. Ooh, alright. And let's try Netherworld Station. If we're talking about an otherworldly station, Kisaragi Station comes to mind. Tsutomu Kisaragi loved that station. Any relation? It's just coincidence. Oh, I see. Found to be fake? What? We should probably assume that. These otherworldly stations are not somewhere you randomly decide to just vacation to. Otherworldly stations... How many are there? Alright, those are the stations found by people who went and managed to get back. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you never heard from them again. How do you get to one? Do you just ride the train? That's just like what parents tell their kids. So they go home early. Dr. Kisaragi tried multiple times. Someone had a lot of free time, or I guess it was his job. Never coming back, scary. It's not a real place you can even get to. Alright. Spatiotemporal dude. So this time it's not about how to get there, but how to get back. portals and undergrounds. The underground often leads to netherworlds, especially in Japan. Why especially Japan? That's the story of a man whose rice balls fall into a hole and he follows them in, right? And then he finds the Mouse Kingdom. Wait. Is this like that theme park with something else underground? You're mixing things up. What? Some Izanagi guy went to visit his deceased wife in Yomi, but he saw that she had no makeup on and decided to turn around and go home or something. Even in death, you're supposed to keep up appearances. Well, I want to be free from makeup when I'm dead. So in Wonderland, the underground equals the Netherworld. Is that important? So people working on water pipes are all Netherworld explorers? Alright. That's it. There really are a lot of stories about the Netherworld. I'm starting to feel like there are portals everywhere. I'm still not sure what exactly the Netherworld is. All we're turning up are vague stories of the Netherworld supposedly being there. There wasn't anything convincing about what happens if you do find yourself there. There was talk about a place out of this world from earlier, but not much for witnesses. If you do get to the Netherworld, you'd just be stranded there, right? I hope that's not where we're heading now. I doubt we go on a Netherworld safari. The organizer wouldn't want that liability. But how about the rumors of people going missing from this tour? And this here is our next location. It's just a random building. This rundown old place is the next spot? Yes, I will check again. Please be aware that this is just the entrance. The key is this elevator's buttons. Beep beep bop. Aha! Fuck. A secret combination of buttons takes us there. This is so bad. Could this be the famed dimensional elevator? Could it be? We did read about that. What the hell? We seem to be headed down, beyond the existing floors. E4. That is not a lucky number. Could this be? What are we doing here? What are we even doing here? Behold our next mystery spot, an abandoned facility deep underneath Ueno. Wow. Where exactly are we? Is this from back during the war? Uh-huh. Wait. Oh no. The elevator. The button. It isn't responding. No signal on my phone either. Oh, no. Why is this happening? We may be trapped underground. If we're in a regular basement, there should be stairs leading up somewhere. Dimensional elevators don't always take you to the Netherworld. The Netherworld? If this is the Netherworld, we need to go back the way we came. No, nonsense. This couldn't possibly be. Hey, you're the guide. Stop panicking and do something. Isn't there a manual or something? For emergencies during the tour, I mean? I've received nothing of the sort. Yikes. Huh? Hey, we're missing one. The Kimmer chick is gone. Huh? Maybe she headed back up alone? I am neither liable nor accountable, you hear? That's not the point. We have here a strange note of some kind. Taking a look. Deep beneath Ueno, from the underground, an ancient darkness looms beyond the realm of the living. To cross the river of morning, seek the serpent's gold. Seek the serpent's gold? Oh, we're gonna take his money. The guy with the snake note. Another quiz. Is this part of the tour too? I can't say for sure. I know absolutely nothing, like I said before. Jasmine, what should we do? Just keep calm. But Kimura-san is gone. We need to find her now. We don't know if this is the Netherworld or where she might have gone. The elevator isn't moving, which means we can't go back to the way we came. So our options are limited. We can't go back. And if this is the Netherworld, then... Hey, there's a puzzle here too. Could just be part of the tour. If we solve it, maybe we'll get out? Sammy, we need to talk. Yes. I don't know, I think they might be cooked. Anyway, that's where we're gonna leave today's episode. Though I wonder if, go back the way you came also applies to the buttons. Maybe the guide has to push the buttons a specific way? I don't know. Next time we'll be exploring this underground bunker and hopefully find a way out of here. And also find that lady. How did she disappear like that? Maybe she's part of the tour? Maybe this is just to spice things up. Maybe she's like an actor or something. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to take care of yourself today, and I'll see you next time. Take care.